Love Storm Generator. Way back in the day, they finally had a computer powerful enough to predict the weather. Or so they thought. They started with a set of initial conditions. The goal was pretty simple. Start off with some initial conditions, then let them play out for a week or so in computer time, and then go back and change the initial conditions and see what the relationship was between the initial conditions and the resultant weather. They figured if they did this enough, they'd finally be able to predict the weather, but it didn't pan out. They found out that by changing the initial conditions only a tiny bit, the outcome a couple of weeks later was completely different. For example, they would change the following starting points: 3.00, 4.00, 5.00, 2, 3.01, 4.01, 5.01, and the resultant changes were extremely different. It turns out that predicting the weather is not a function of computing power. It is a function of mathematics, what is now called chaos theory. Any system that has a bunch of interdependent polynomial variables cannot be predicted mathematically, at least with the math we humans have invented so far. This is where they get the term butterfly effect, that a butterfly can flap its wings in Brazil and create a hurricane in Texas a couple of weeks later, or a teeny tiny change can have a massive effect. Every single second or microsecond or nanosecond is another initial condition for a weather a week or so out. How many variables are in a weather system? Not very many. Temperature, humidity, air pressure, wind speed, and direction. What about in your brain? How many variables go into a conversation? Way more than a weather system. Think about this. Whenever you interact with another human, that's like a butterfly flapping its wings. And depending on how you interact, that can create a much different outcome. Like if you smile and make somebody feel good, or if you start a conversation with a stranger and make them laugh out loud. That simple interaction can have a profound effect on their lives. But what if you see those people again? The people in your social circle, the people at your local club or bar. What if you shifted your behavior just slightly to be just a little bit more friendly? What kind of outcome will you generate in a week, a month, a year? This is the power of chaos theory. If you cruise along doing the same thing you've always done, you'll get the same results. To get much, much better results, you don't need to change much. Just be a tad bit more happy and friendly, and those teeny tiny changes will create a hurricane of love a few weeks out. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.